Hey, YouTube, future self, welcome back. It's good to be here. Thanks for clicking. And by the way, if you ever have a comment or an opinion, or if you disagree or agree, leave a comment. If you have 2 seconds to leave a little quick comment about what you think, do it, please. But I wanted to tell y'all I was almost brainwashed. Not quite, but almost. I was almost brainwashed, you guys. Yeah, that's hard to believe, but I'm getting over it. I'm slowly but surely, getting that brain dirty. This is the final heresy of Paul over here, you guys. Maybe not final, but you guys, I was almost brainwashed into believing a few things. One being that there's these imaginary lines all across geography, all across the world, where right and wrong changes. I was almost brainwashed into believing that. I was almost brainwashed into believing that there are these imaginary lines where certain people can tell me what I can and can't do and what's right and wrong. I was almost brainwashed into believing that other people have to tell me what's right and wrong and can perform wrong action against me for not doing what they think is right and wrong. I was almost brainwashed into believing that. Ooh, I got another one. I was almost brainwashed into believing that drug companies and doctors have your health and wellness in their best interest. That they have that in mind. That's what they're doing. It's almost brainwashed into believing that. It's almost brainwashed into believing that you can just change the way your brain responds to stuff. Don't worry about the root cause. It's almost brainwashed into believing that a pill could fix the way your brain works. Almost, but not quite. It's almost brainwashed into believing that money holds value. Almost. Very close on that one. Very close. Money is valuable. Almost tricked me. Almost got me on that one, you guys. You guys are good, but you didn't quite get me. I was almost brainwashed into believing that some document or a group of people or somebody gave me rights and that they can take them away or go against them at will upon somebody's choosing or vote hash marks. It's almost tricked into believing that rights aren't inherently given by God. Almost got me on that one, you guys. I just thought I was going to have to vote for somebody to tell me what's right and wrong for the rest of my life. But you didn't quite get me on that. I was almost brainwashed into thinking that they can have men in costumes, that there can be these guys with these guns that can perform wrong actions against other people if what that person decides what's right and wrong goes against their choosing. So I almost believed that too. Oh, I was almost convinced that what shows up on the news is what matters. I was almost convinced that these are the things that we should worry about and think about and change our lives and the way we go about living, the way we go about pursuing happiness. I was almost convinced of that, but not quite. I was almost convinced that nationalism and pride for where you were born was a valuable way to think, was a valuable mindset. Almost, but not quite. I was almost convinced that all these taxes are going where they need to go. I was almost convinced that every dollar I paid in taxes goes to fix these roads that I use every now and then. I was almost convinced that it wasn't to put on a puppet show for the masses to believe that we were doing it right. I was almost convinced that a man with a gun was there to protect my freedom. I was almost convinced.